Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Barry Cryer! She's one of the nicest ever seen. Her cheeks, they are a rosy red. Her age is just sweet 17. When I throw my arms around her neck and try to steal a kiss, oh, she'll wriggle and giggle and twist and twinkle, and then you'll hear her shouting this: "Will you stop your tickling job? Will you stop your tickling job? Dinna make me laugh so hearty, or you'll make me choke. Oh, I wish you'd stop your nonsense. Just look at all the folk. Oh, you stop your tickling, stop your tickling job." Good evening, Mac ladies and Mac gentlemen. Good evening. Good evening to you, Mr. Sachs.
Good evening to you.
A good Scots named Sachs. There's a lot of Sachs in Glasgow, if you know where to look for it. Now, I'm glad the moustache is coming along well, sir. You kept up the payments. Mr. Sachs told me he once stayed in a hotel in Glasgow, booked a tartan room, and got both. This... And that's true as I'm strangling this ferret. And just behind me, ladies and gentlemen, look at that back, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bandit Harman. Good evening. A legend in his own lunchtime, ladies and gentlemen. That is not a baton he's waving, it's a water divining rod. And he's on a lost cause with this lot, I can tell you. Oh, they like a drown. But I must admit, as an orchestra, you cannot hold a candle to them. If you daren't, there'd be the hell of an explosion. Now, they are to music what Mick McManus is to needlework. Now, ladies and gentlemen, never seen so many brown shoes in all my life. Ladies and gentlemen, and jockey shorts, but that's another story. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be wondering, what is he wearing? I hope you are, otherwise I haven't got an act. Now, on my head, or at least it was when I left the dressing room, is a tam o' shanter, ladies and gentlemen. This is an exact replica and very similar to the original as invented by the well-known Highland poacher Tam McSpreading, ladies and gentlemen. He used to poach anything, you know. He poached Scotch eggs, that fella. To this day, I can never see a Scotch egg without thinking, "Add some hens, clever." Not to mention bloody brave, but Tam, which of course, as you know, is Scots for Tom, as opposed to credit, which is Scots for everything. Tam invented this big hat, ladies and gentlemen, in which to conceal his ill-gotten gains. Oh, I do like saying that. Would you all like to say that? In which to conceal his ill-gotten gains. After a hard day's tickling trout, or trout, there are two schools of thought, and I was thrown out of both of them. After a hard day's tickling trout, he would conceal his ill-gotten gains in this hat, ladies and gentlemen. But one day, somebody heard a trout laughing in here, and the game was up. Yes, that was the day Tam was caught by the gillies. Now, we moved down. Gillies, look it up. Here is the jacket. Here is the jacket, ladies and gentlemen. Ochter Machty Tweed. Any anglers in the audience will know how every angler longs for a jacket in which to go fishing. Am I right or am I not? A fishing jacket, thank you, sir, a fishing jacket. And I did it the proper way. I went and had the fittings and everything, and here it is. I'll never forget the assistant's face when I said, "Of course I shall be requiring my flies behind my lapel." But there we are now. Now, I don't know why I'm shouting. I've got the job. This is the kilt, ladies and gentlemen. Not a BBC tartan, as you may have thought. This is large checks. This is... You've made my last appearance a very moving one. No! This is woven, I should say, by Jewish crofters. The McButtons in in the Hebrides. Oh, ho, 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 you cry. Oh, ho, ho. And if you cry like that, you ought to see a doctor. Oh, ho, ho. It's pronounced Hebrides. It is not, ladies and gentlemen, it is pronounced Hebrides. They have some very strange customs in these isolated communities. Hence the gay Gordons. And now... oh, bless you. But enough of this. But enough of this, because that's all there is of this. Ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you, I had a very tiring and long train journey here today. Tiring and long, but so it should be for the prices they charge. And it was hell under the seat, hell under the seat. So I came out and sat next to a very nice wee woman, a bonny soul, and suddenly I noticed she was stroking my sporran. You know, well, you don't like to rush these things. And after a wee moment, I said, "Madam, that's my sporran." And she said, "Good heavens, I've been feeding it biscuits for the past 5 Oh, it's nice to hear them again, isn't it? Nice to hear them. We Scots have got a sense of humour, haven't we? Well, we won't have it. It's a gift. Barney Colahan, Mr. Colahan, our producer, ladies and gentlemen, whom God preserve, and I believe they have an arrangement, said to me earlier today it would be fitting on this suspicious occasion for me to render, rather as one renders fat into a saucepan, a poem, ladies and gentlemen, for you. And as soon as Mr. Colahan said that, my mind flew back to my childhood in the Trossachs, in our wee Button Ben. Button Ben, flower... Oh, I digress, ladies and gentlemen. With my mother, Doris, and my father, Duncan, who was the local GP, the doctor. He was only 4'10". They were known in the neighbourhood as the wee Doc and Doris, and on a musical evening, we would gather round. We were never cold in the winter. My father used to suck a cough lozenge and breathe on us. And I would play on my mother's knee, as we couldn't afford a piano. And suddenly, at a moment, a crucial moment, I don't know why I'm doing this, my back's gone, but at a crucial moment, my father would pick up his bagpipes and cry, "Doris, how about an old Scots lay?" Now, this was just after the takeaway haggis. You know what a haggis is? That's the thing that looks like a football, but you don't kick it, you eat it. It's after you've eaten it, you wish you'd kicked it. Anyway, and Doris would spring back, as well she might, and used to, and she used to say, "What a good idea, Duncan, having a way with the words." And she would launch herself into this quatrain by Rabbi Burns, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I thought somebody else had come on. Some people can laugh at adversity. Some at fear, some at danger, some doubt. But the man who laughs the loudest of all is a Scot with his kilt inside out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to say, but I have another engagement in March, so I would like to close this heartwarming mood with those immortal words spoken by Miss Flora MacDonald to Bonnie Prince Charlie. Will you stop your tickling, John? Stop your tickling, John. Dinna make me laugh so hearty, or you'll make me choke. Oh, I wish you'd stop your nonsense. Just look at all the folk. Will you stop your tickling, tickling, tickling? Stop your tickling, John. Repeat, will you stop your tickling, John? Stop your tickling, John. Dinna make me laugh so hearty, or you'll make me choke. Oh, I wish you'd stop your nonsense. Just look at all the folk. Will you stop your tickling, tickling, tickling? Stop your tickling, John.